At the end of the 19th century, sport was becoming a proud expression of Irish identity. Every weekend, thousands flocked to hugely popular athletic events. Irish athletes began to compete abroad and win. One individual was a world champion, Peter O'Connor from Wicklow.
O'Connor stood out amongst them because he broke the world record at the time. The Victorians thought the notion of a man being able to jump 24 feet and 11¾ inches was literally extraordinary. It is, even by today's standards, but in those times it was considered as something exceptional. And when he broke the world record, he became literally the most famous athlete in the world. He was the David Beckham of his day. At the very core of his will to succeed was this need to prove himself, not just as an athlete, but as an Irishman. And it was part of the overall national movement to try and develop this notion of a national consciousness as something distinct from a British identity. And through sport, it was possible to subvert the idea of Ireland being part of Great Britain, which he and other athletes did.
O'Connor and two other Irish athletes entered the 1906 Olympics as a separate team to compete under an Irish flag. But on the journey to Athens, it was decided by Britain's Olympic Committee that the Irish would compete under Britain's flag.
Well, when the Irishmen arrived in Athens, all geared up to represent Ireland, they suddenly discovered that they'd been surreptitiously incorporated into the British team. Despite the fact that they had beautiful Irish uniforms which had never been seen before, the first time an official, very small Irish team had actually gone to an Olympic event.
But the Irish team had a plan that would see an Irish flag raised for the first time at the Olympics. Peter O'Connor won the silver medal for his long jump. But when Britain's national anthem started, just as he was about to accept his medal, he did something extraordinary. He raised the Irish flag in front of 55,000 spectators and England's royal family.
Furious at not being allowed to represent Ireland, he climbed up this pole in front of everybody and unfurled a flag, Erin, Bragh, Ireland forever, 20 feet up the pole, and he waved that flag for several minutes while the Irish athletes and the Irish Americans kept fighting guard at the base of the pole. It was an extraordinary moment in the history of athletics, the first moment in which sport became political.
Was this the first time that a flag representing Ireland was unfurled at a sporting event?
Very much so. Before the existence of the tricolour, the Erin Bragh flag, which is an old flag used by the United Irishmen, had been seen before, but never on an international stage and in a sporting environment. This was the first time they went as Irishmen and they raised an Irish flag, Ireland forever.